So we must look at the beginning of the price action yesterday when we had a new all-time high. Then we need to look at from where the sell-off started from. That price action is important because the market is following the same sequence. After price creating a new all-time high here, and it becomes a reference point currently as is a current demand floor, though it's on 15 minutes, but it's valid. It's a valid position of market reaction. I expect a pull into that structure for demand. It was symbolic because that was a new all-time high. So we must take note of symbolic moments in the market. You see price created here, another support structure. So we had two support structure giving us an ascending trend line impetus. And if you take away that, you see how price reacted on that roof. And after that breakout, price came here on a retest, very clean retest. And you have seen what price did with that retest. And it was a very clean sell-off at that level. A very clean sell-off at that level. So another thing we want to look at again is let's see if we can look at the structure again once more. We have here another clean is another clean break and retest on 15 minutes. You see there is a bridge at that level. So I don't know if the market is going to switch back and continue. I don't know if that's what they want to do, but the market has given us a structure on a higher time frame, on a higher run. Despite all that we went through in this buy rally, the market has formed a new structure on 15 minutes. So we will rely on that structure and see. So I want to see what it does. But honestly, it looks like it set seal on a buy continuation because if you look at the structure from here and you want to factor the behavior here, you see we have here as support become resistance one, support become resistance two, break of a support structure, ROS1, ROS2. Price came here, broke out SR1, SR2, ROS1, ROS2, break of structure, buy confirmation. In fact, the buy continuation signal came from here and the market gave you that intro after breaking out from these two roofs. To put into perspective, so that if you have a divergent view on this structure, come to the comment section. Let me know if you disagree with me. That's actually a retest candle, but I want to make it an RS structure. But it's a retest candle, and this is another one. Break of structure, price came back there as a retest. After break of a support floor, that becomes RT slash ROS, RT ROS1, RT ROS2. And we have here break of structure, price return there as RTSR1, RT slash SR. And you see what market did in London section. It came back to retest here again as a floor valid, and you see what it has done and it has left. But at the moment where market is now, it's looking like it's a buy continuation. It's looking like it's a buy continuation. But let's flip the script. Let's flip the script. That's support become resistance. So I'm gonna flip it two side from here. This is support. This is resistance. It makes a technical sense. And while it was resistance, it stopped a buying candle on 45 minutes, so down and came back. So most likely this is a buy continuation. Most likely this is a buy continuation. Yes, most likely it's a buy continuation. These guys are crazy. You can never tell what they really want to do. So it looks like it may want to sell from a higher zone. It may want to sell from a higher zone. Honestly, I cannot put myself into a very tight corner into what the market will do next because the market has been moving, you know, in a very erratic way, very, very erratic way. But if you look at it, if they don't want to drop down there, market could want to extend back into this place before dropping. Because if you look at the structure here, we have here as a support structure, we have here as a support structure by continuation. And we move back to create a roof here. You can see here, we have here as a resistance structure. Break out of that resistance structure. Price gave us a retest, which you can see. I also want to put that into context. Look at that retest there. So technically, the market wants to play. The market wants to play. So when the market wants to play, then we must pay attention. So look at this zone now. When price came under that bearish drop, it took away all the buy order at that level, got resisted, came down, peak liquidity here in a very symbolic structure. And we have seen a breakout from that structure, putting here on a technical buy. So if it moves up at this level, then I think it it could technically be in these two zones. It could either drop back here, that's case one, or it gets here case two. And if it gets here case two, it could technically move back into completing 5K zone as anticipated in New York time, and it will be a drastic drop. So we are analyzing the market based on the current price movement. So everything we're doing here is based on the current price action. It has nothing to do with the past price action as the market is moving in a very, very annoying way. So it makes it a little bit difficult to trace the market from the past reaction. So we are judging the current sentiment of the market. So you see what I told you here is turning to a buy. So it's most likely is going up. Most likely is going up. But if it turns out that it wants to make here, want to make here sell, and it comes down, you see a 15-minute candle come down again, then it will most likely be a take out of this structure, and most likely I might see market coming down into this floor. Yes. And if it comes down into this floor, maybe you could start that journey again from there. The probability is there. The probability is there. But for me, I believe that if we are not going to drop this, the market is not going to just drop anyhow. It's not going to just drop anyhow. And even if it wants to do so, of course, there is a structure at this level where we wait, which I don't expect price because there's a clean break and retest at this level. And after seeing price create series of resistance structure, and you see market has broken out from that resistance structure. So it's a technical demand floor. So at this level, if we see this market continues to come here, I will look at buy opportunity at this level based on the current candle, which is 15 minutes we are using. Because of the price movement, we may want to, throttle low to see areas that show demand. But at the moment, the market is moving. And I think what the market has done here, after keying on this place, support structure, resistance structure, we'll see a 15-minute candle break out of that structure. It could likely come down to another area, which is also a valid sell floor. And if it comes there, it could come down. If it doesn't, if it extends, it could come here, it could come down. So at this moment, every key area is area of buy sell probability. So now what is the right thing to do? The right thing to do is to know the profit that you think is okay for you. If you hit that profit line, then it will most likely you exit the market. Yes, because if you make it compulsory that you must stick to the market, then you might not be able to catch all the price action as required, because the market could do anything at the moment. Anything. The market could do anything at the moment. Anything at the moment. So, but from what I see here, it's a buy continuation. It's a buy continuation. It has already done its correction. So you could take it as a buy continuation and continue to trend up. Yes. And if you look again, we have a small baby trend on 15 minutes. And if you connect it on that floor, it makes sense that we watch on 15 minutes if price might come into this level, if it might come into this level. It's a 15-minute close, and you have seen on that 15-minute ascending trend line what price has done there. So there is a very high probability that we could get a push into that structure, or we have a breakout of that structure. One of them is possible. So if we come into here, it's most likely that we could use that trend and pull up, or it's also possible that price could come down, break away that structure. No one can actually tell. So this can also be another case scenario if we come down. So pull back into the structure, and if you look at it, you'll see that price is created here: support structure 1, support structure 2, and support structure 3. And it makes sense to use it as a sell continuation. What that means is that a breakout from that structure will most likely bring you down to this floor. So that will be a very nice reset, a very nice reset of all the rallies. So the market is take what you can and get off the market. Yes, take what you can and get off the market. Honestly, if you stay, it could it could just do anything to you, because at the moment, none of the structures, none of the layers are, well defined on our strategy. But we tried all we could. We tried all we could. So stay true for now. That market is giving me a buy vibe. It's giving me a buy vibe from there. Giving me a buy vibe from there. So, but I'll watch it. If it pulls back again, it pulls back into alignment of sell. So if it pulls back into alignment of sell into this zone, then I will draw it down, knowing fully I want to take away the low in the Asian low. This is a London low. So if it takes it out again, then most likely it will come down here. But honestly, this remains a valid. Here remains a valid buy floor. Here remains a valid buy floor. So you be watching here. Here's a valid buy floor. Is valid. So price could come back there. If it comes there, you see it push back. You could see push back at that level. It's a valid floor. So until we have a breakout of that structure, if we had a breakout of that structure, then we have here as another valid buy floor. And you can see what price have done also. It puts here as a valid buy floor. So price could come down here. I'm just saying, could come here. This is Friday. So if they take Friday for correction, honestly, there's nothing you can do. But the structure of the market is clear, very clear. We have here as support structure 1, support structure 2, breakout of 2 support structure, resistance structure 1, resistance structure 2. Price come here, break out of a resistance structure, retested it, buy continuation. Price return here, retested a broken supply roof as a new demand floor. It could be a buy continuation. If it's a buy continuation, then we are moving on here to test the upper layer, SR1, SR2, break out of 2 SR level, retest ROS1, and come here ROS2. So if what price did here after retesting here as a ROS2, this is the first breakout, then it could come down here and give us exactly what we expect, 5,100. So honestly, I'm seeing it, and it could likely be doing that, pushing into 5,000, 10, 5,007, 5,008, 5,009, completing my prophecy of gold to 5,000. So let me put that prophecy on based on the strategy, go to 5,000. Yes, because this is what the structure entails. This is what the structure is saying. Yes, this is what the structure is saying. So, but at the moment, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Because from every angle I've looked at this, he's showing you a buy here. If I change if I change the structure from here, if I change the structure from here as resistance becomes resistance, it caps here as a buy. So it also puts you on a buy continuation. Yes. So whichever way I've looked at it, it's giving me a buy vibe. Whichever way, it's giving me a pure buy vibe. So let's see if it turns to buy vibe or if you want to turn to a sell. You know. But when you look at the clear breakout from here, look at the clear breakout from here and the price action from here, it really gives us hope that we could continue buying. Yes, except it's want to do some very crazy thing. This is what the market is. But sometimes the market can flip. So I don't know if you want to flip. If you want to flip, that's fine. So let's watch. Let's watch, see what it does. So for now, that's what we'll have. It's a little bit crazy at the moment. A little bit crazy. A little bit crazy at the moment.